Alright, welcome back. We're on to basic inputs programming. Once again, we're going to start out by connecting our test bed to the PC. And today we're starting out with bump switch parts 1 and 2. Okay, parts 1 and 2. So it's a two-part video. What you're going to do is, as usual, we're going to open that PLTW template. You're going to save it as bump switch 1 to your programs folder. So that should be what you put up here, and it should also be what you save it as. Next thing, it says, hey, just so you know, we're going to be working with inputs and outputs now. So make sure everything's plugged in, named correctly, how it's supposed to be. Step 4, what we want to do, did that miss a step? Okay, whatever. Step 4. What we're going to do is start off nice and easy again. Between the curly braces below task main, what you need to do is type in these 4 codes. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is figure out, what does until bump mean? Well, if you read through, it says it should wait until you bump the bump switch to start the motor. Okay, and if you look through, it kind of makes sense. It says until bump, start the motor, wait, stop motor. So, where is this first one? If we go into the program in our natural language, there's a whole group called until, and the top one is called until bump. Now, very important here. Number 1, it says sensor port. What are you bumping? Well, the bump switch. And if you don't know exactly how that's named in your robot, you need to go to Robot, Motors and Sensors, and find under Digital Sensors what it's called. Okay, once again, it's bump, then capital S, switch, no space. Okay, so we're going to type that in, B-U-M-P, switch, and there it is, double click. Now this delay time. Sometimes you can get away without this. This basically says, hey, this program is going to read through at 1,000,000 miles per minute, so do you want to pause for a second to tell whether or not you're bumping the switch? Yes, we do. Go ahead and put a 2-second delay time in there. Second line, we want start motor, right motor, 67. Hey, we know where these are. We've named that before. Okay, so we go to movement, start motor, pull it in, call it out. We know it's called right motor. And I forget, 67. Perfect. Whoops. Okay. Second one, we want to wait for a bit, 5 seconds, and then we're going to stop it. So we're going to go down to wait, pull in wait time, switch it to 5 for 5 seconds, stop motor, type in right motor. We will go to Robot, compile and download, test it out. If it works, save as, what was it called? Bump part 1, I believe. Okay, bump switch 1. Okay, make sure it's saved as that, and then move on to the second part. Okay, second part. It says, you want to, okay, now open up your template file again and save it as bump switch 2. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, file, open and compile, PLTW template, and now we're back here. Okay, once again, you're going to save as bump switch 2, project title bump switch 2. What does it want us to do? It wants us to write a program that does the following. Once again, it says here's where you're going to have to look for the codes for this. Under movement, and under wait, and under until. Okay, so it says we want to wait for the bumper switch to be bumped. Well, we realized how to do that in the last code. Then we want both motors to turn on at half power until we bump that sensor again. Okay, then they should both go in a reverse at half power for 3.5 seconds and then stop. So this until command is going to be really key here. What you want to do is set it up so that it waits until bumped. So that's the first thing you want to do is use that until bump command. Then turn on those motors, and then we want a second until bump. Okay, both of them set up with a 2-second delay time. Then turn on both those motors in reverse, so negative number at half power for 3.5 seconds, then stop it. Okay, go ahead and try that one on your own.